you could use like jelly rolls.
Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's second to last live stream.
We're gonna
break.
film though when we go to Japan and Korea. We're gonna film, and I'm always shocked at
the people that join at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, or 2 a.m. or I'm always shocked to see. I'm like, oh, look who's here. Maybe we'll have some of our Australian friends on a more timely schedule, and yeah. So, but we'll film. We'll film me with a big smile on my face, checking out at Napori Fabric Store. I'm going to go to Tomato. And this time, I'm going to buy when I'm there. Do you guys remember? That was just so heartbreaking for me when,
Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Everybody felt so bad we had to take Jeannie shopping.
So, and you know where else I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to, because the other thing that was closed, there was one store open. What I really like is, like in Tokyo, it's so organized, and like all the jewelry stores are in one area, all the fabric stores in one area. You know, it's just like you just go to that one section, and and that's other places too, but yeah, because you can go to like New York and go to the garment district, and so they have gorgeous gemstones. So
Beads.
yes, beads, and we went to that one Afghani store, and yeah, but I walked by 20 other stores that were closed, and the one that I really wanted to go to was closed, and I just happened to stumble on that one store. There was maybe like 4 stores on this one corner that were open, and everything else was closed. And I didn't realize that Afghanistan has like so many
like
amazing gemstones.
A massive natural resource state.
Yeah.
In the mineral world, for sure.
I had no idea. And the guy there told me that they're trying to open up tourism, and he goes, only 2 tourists died in May. And I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll go when like no tourists are. Yeah, I don't want to go. And
only 2 tourists died in May.
That's what he told
what
me.
He said?
Yes. Like that it's opening up, and he was like, or whatever, the previous month or something like that. I was like, is it safe? Like, I know there's been conflict. Is it safe? And he goes, it's very safe only.
He misspoke. Maybe 2 tourists got sick or something.
No.
I think we would have heard if 2 tourists died. Everything
why?
I've seen,
It doesn't have to be from the U.S. It's just.
Well, yeah. But you would be hearing if they were like killing tourists, and you're not hearing that.
Well, and I mean, you come to the States and.
I mean, tourists die. Like
yes.
6 tourists just died in Lake Tahoe.
Yes.
So
that's nothing, right?
Well, but like, and you don't know the circumstances, but that just seems like a really odd statistic and thing to say, and I would probably put it more towards the.
I did not. This is like when
barrier.
I saw Jeremy Renner. I know what I heard.
I'm not telling you heard wrong. I just think the likelihood of language confusion is high.
No, his English was very good.
Like, I could never imagine somebody being like, come to Lake Tahoe, only 6 people died last week. That's just not what somebody would say.
Oh my God.
And the person to book that travel through would be your cousin.
I don't think I'm not going.
No, but they're like, no, like there's been a lot of information about the Taliban really promoting tourism.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, and they're like protecting
Afghanistan,
tourism.
They're promoting tourism. And I was like, oh my God, I want to go. That's where, I mean, their shop was incredible. I think I took pictures and sent you guys some videos.
You did a video.
But I'm going to go back there again because that place was incredible.
I'll go to a manga cafe with Joe.
There's so much to do. Yeah, I wish we had more time. It's going to be quick, because the travel and.
I mean,
But,
5 days is a lot in a city. You can get a lot done. So, what do we have to talk about shop business
I
wise?
stayed last night. I mean, it took me quite a while, but I redid the kits. So if you want to get your kit now, we're not going to stitch this until we get back. And Karen's going to be here in a little while. She's going to be working on Lori Holt. But I did re-kit this, and the kit should work. I had to add backing fabric, more binding fabric, the creams that go behind the embroideries right here. This is so cute. It's a little rough right now. I think if you have been doing the Lori Holt machine embroidery projects, there's a...
You want to grab the person that plans it and be like...
I think Michelle actually got something because they were, or saw something where they're looking for product testers. Is that right, Michelle?
Yes, Lori Holt.
Yeah. And how did you find out about that?
It
From
was just on a Facebook post. And
Yeah.
they had a form you could fill out.
Yeah, Lori Holt, there's a
One
form you
would
can
think
fill out.
that they would have the ability to sit down and stitch it out themselves and figure
Yeah,
it
but
out.
it's nice to go out. Like,
Oh, I'm not
how
saying
nice
it's
would
not.
it be if you know who went outside of house and got some
I
feedback?
think the idea was to get beginners and people that were experienced.
Yeah.
So they could get feedback from
Yeah,
both.
beginners, experienced people. So you could go probably maybe, I don't know. Michelle said she found it on Facebook. So maybe you could find that if you want to be a
It wasn't on Lori Holt's group. It was on a
Riley Blake.
It was in an embroidery, one of the embroidery groups.
Yeah, so Lori Holt is
It was somewhere online, basically. That's what we're telling you.
Lori Holt.
It's somewhere
Can you
out
stop
in
for a
the
second?
internet.
Can you stop for a second? Lori Holt is distributed by Riley Blake. So if you're looking, maybe those are the searches that you'll do. My back hurts so bad.
Where?
Right here. Can you rub it while we're
Oh,
talking?
you didn't sauna.
It hurts so bad. I've been working
That's
hard.
like the most unbelievable thing about sauna is I get in there all naughty and I get out a good boy.
So, this, like I said, we won't be doing this until at least July. We're only doing 2 projects from this. The other one we're going to be doing is the table runner. And I revamped that too. The issue was it called for 1 layer cake and then the border fabric and a little bit of the background fabric. But they never, all of these cream fabrics, those aren't in the stacker, the 10-inch, thank you. They're not in the 10-inch stacker. So, and they didn't have the background fabric kitted or any of that. So what you see online should be accurate right now. There's 1 fabric, this one here, that they didn't even call for in the original, aside from in the stacker, they never called for. So I just ordered that yardage, but it's not going to be here. They had to reprint. They're waiting for a big shipment of all of this. So August is
what
when
about
that'll
shipping?
be ready.
Because shipping is happening today and tomorrow at limited quantities, and then
I
it's
have
till
everything
the 8th.
for the pillow kits. I don't have a ton of the I'm ordering more of the stackers. But I have all the other stuff, so I'm ready to ship that stuff out. I'm missing 1 fabric, so that might go out in August, but I think I'm going to get all, I have a bunch of orders that are going to ship out today and tomorrow. We're going to get all that stuff out, and then you're going to be waiting until we reopen on the 8th. Lindsay will ship some stuff out, and then I will ship more when I get back the week of the 14th, I think is when we'll be back in the store again. So, I think that answers that, right? Show up, and it was, April, my heart. Yeah, that was like one of the, is that so shallow to say that's like one of the most disappointing? Because it's Japan, I can't just go there anytime. But maybe
you're
I
talking about the last thing.
Yeah.
That was like there have been very few times when like I've seen Jeannie so disappointed, and it was so sad because Violet and I were there and we walked around the corner and there was like nobody in the street, and everything was closed, and the signs all said that they were closed for the New Year's holiday, and like Violet and I just looked at each other, and we were just like, "Oh, we're so sorry," because she was like,
I was like running up the stairs. I like ran up the stairs. I was like, ah! Like running up the stairs, and then you know those Western
we
movies.
ran down the stairs. It was down the stairs.
Yeah, ran down the stairs. I was ahead of them, just walking super fast. And then you know those Western movies
We came around the corner
where the tumbleweed, like everyone's shutting the shutters, and then like a tumbleweed goes through the street. That was like what it was. Betty, hey, if you guys ever want, this is an Ackfeld hanger. Like the Ackfeld, they make like 200 different hangers.
Didn't we have somebody that wanted a big hanger?
Well, she's going to pick hers out, let me know. So, if you ever want one of these hangers, you can go on to Checker Distributors. You can't see the pricing, you know, because you're not a wholesaler. You don't have a wholesale account. But you can go on there and look and pick out one and just let me know. I will be your personal shopper. So, if ever there's anything you want, just let me know and I'll see if I can get it for you. And Betty, that one is for you. So we'll get it out before I leave. Are we going to be doing fabric kits for Kimberbell Day? So Kimberbell Day, as far as I know, they're going to be stitching out the bag with that design. So I was planning on it, and then I got busy. So I don't know what we're doing. I'll try and figure it out.
That'll be a question answered later in July.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's at the end of July, so we've got to get on it. I might do something. I was planning on it. I'll see if I can. This was my top priority, getting that done. Because it took me like several hours to do that last night. And because I emailed each person and everything. But I will, I'm going to, Kimberbell Day. I think I printed that, and I think I didn't get it done because it's an embroidery. Do they even tell you what the embroidery design is? You guys don't even, do you know? So, and I think it was on a tote. So I did buy a couple of totes to stitch it out. And I'll see if I can get that done or one of the girls can get that done before we leave. Can we get the additional fabric? Cheryl, did I not email you? Were you not on the list? Yes, Cheryl. I'll put it together for you for the pillow and table runner. So yes, I will put that together for you. And is there anything else?
Did you want to talk about these?
Oh yeah, we can talk about this. So Michelle finished stitching this out. This is also from Hello Pumpkin. I was going to say Hello Halloween, but that didn't sound right. This is the jar wrap. Isn't it sweet? And you're going to do everything on this, including stitching out on the ribbon. That makes it even sweeter, which I think is a good skill, right? Because then if you ever want to embroider on like, if you have...
You're making the top vibrate?
It was like, you know when you take your finger and you do this around the top and it makes that like... It was doing that and I was like, can you hear it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're making it vibrate.
Hello.
No,
Hello,
like
hello.
only in your normal voice.
Hello. Yeah.
There's something about your voice that is.
I think it's aliens. They're sending us messages.
No.
Okay. But if you ever wanted to do leashes or ribbon or twill or something and embroider on it, so cute. And so this is going to be the third project. So the projects we're going to be doing, I'm going to be sending out those kits. If you do order a kit now, I think I only have like 2 extra, but I can order more while I'm there. I will be watching. So these are the 3 projects that you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing the acorn plushies. You're going to be doing the screen. And then you are going to be doing the jar wrap. So very, very sweet. And the bonus CD... This is the bonus CD, which is going to have more of the screen embroideries and more of the jar wraps. Like, look at that little I know I get a ton of stuff from friends where they do, like, I've gotten hot chocolate mixes, soup mixes, like bean soup mixes, and you could put like stack of cookies in there, and they can go on anything that you want. Like, aren't those sweet? So this is the bonus CD. If you're doing the event and you did a bonus order, and if you can, always write event order. Write me a note that it's your event order. I do try to keep, like, some people don't write it, and I catch it, and I know that that's your event order.
And we said only one event order.
It's one event order.
So it's got to be how much?
$100 retail, and then there's a discount depending on yes. And so write in there that it's your event order.
It's not multiple orders. We're not keeping track of those anymore.
Really hard to keep track of all of that.
But like, there's always that person that's like, well, but I made 2 orders. It's one order. One order, $100 retail.
Yes. And then this is your bonus CD. But if you did do an order and you didn't see your discounts and you didn't get your bonus CD and that was your event order and I missed it, just send me a note and I'll take care of it. Always send me a note if you feel like
Do they get a jar with the kit?
No. No.
Can they purchase a jar?
No, I don't have these.
Okay.
I have little ones, but I don't have the big ones. Just get it at your local
and
Walmart.
And the best way to deal with it is not to tell us on the live stream, but to actually log in online and purchase the event. It's the easiest way to track it.
Yes.
We need to start activating some of these things that remove the responsibility from her brain, which is full, and gives you, the customer, the responsibility for signing up so that it's easier for us to track.
But that's okay. If you forget, just send me a note. I forget.
This is part of the problem.
Well, you know why? Because I forget.
Right.
I forget.
Part of the reason you forget is because you tell people,
it's okay.
Use me. Take my brain.
No,
use me. And I go, that doesn't scale. So if you're interested, please sign up online. It's so funny. I can't figure out if that's harmonics or resonance.
Hello. Can you
if
hear
we just
me?
hit a harmonic frequency.
Hello.
I remember
crazy.
like, so there are things that you remember, right? Like, and so physics I thought was super cool. Like I prior to leaving school, I was doing a master's in geophysics and working in geophysics. I thought physics was super cool. And I'll never forget in high school physics, in AP physics, he caused resonance in something. Like, resonance is when something hits a frequency that just basically continuously doubles down on itself and it gets louder and louder and louder. I thought that was like the coolest thing. Like, that was one of those things where I was like,
it stood out in your memory.
I want to study physics. That's cool. And then he showed this video of a bridge in California that was built, and they hadn't taken into consideration that the wind could cause the bridge to oscillate, and the bridge hit its resonant frequency, and then it was like oscillating like this before it fell apart. I think many of you are probably old enough to actually remember when that happened.
And it just fell apart.
Oh,
that's
with
scary.
Cars on it and stuff. Like, you see these cars on it? I was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
I feel like I've seen that video. I think I've seen that video too.
Did you invoice Marlene for her additional fabric?
No, I haven't, because I sent out that email last night at 8 or 9 o'clock. So I have a whole list of people where this morning I will put together this stuff and then I will invoice you slowly. It might happen at the end of the day. But Marlene, you are on that list.
Or it may happen like as we go into vacation.
It could happen tomorrow as well, but it'll happen before I leave.
And but no, it's ending tomorrow at 4.
It's happening before I leave. Don't worry about it.
Don't get on the airplane completely exhausted and worn out. And like,
I don't mind being on the airplane exhausted because I'm just going to sleep. I'm hoping to sleep the entire way there.
She really wants to get to Japan sick.
No.
This is what Judy's like, this is what I'm going to do.
I'm like thinking in my brain, though, what can I get done? Because I need to do some supply lists. Oh, my back hurts. So,
Did you sleep funky?
No, it's from being on my computer. It's this.
She's like the guy from Airplane. She's like,
That's not how I type. I think it's cute. Patrick always throws out these quotes. Like, I can't quote anything. Nothing.
you quoted something the other night, and I was like,
You know what makes me mad is when I use a big word and I can tell in his head, I can see it on his face. He's like, oh, you know what that means? I can see it on his face. And he doesn't say anything, but his face says it all. I know some big
no,
words.
like sometimes she's surprised us.
Yes! Like I can't, like I only speak in like one syllable words.
She's like, ooh.
Oh, we just got these in. Okay, so what at our
We
quote
do
show,
have an update on packing.
We do? Have you? Oh, yes. I started packing last night.
Did you though? She talked about
You know
starting
what
to pack, and then I don't think she actually did any
I
packing.
put my pajama, which are the same shorts I always wear, my pajama t-shirt. Marlene sent me this t-shirt that has like, it's a cartoon t-shirt. It has me and Patrick and Momo and Poppy all in bed. That's my favorite. Bedtime t-shirt, and a tank top, and a crossbody bag, and one of my favorite brassieres.
Where did you put all this?
I put it on our little wardrobe thing.
I didn't even see it.
And my lymphedema sleeve, because I'm not going to forget that. Actually,
You
was
should
going to wear
pack
it today.
2 or 3.
So I have started packing, and I wasn't even angry.
Did you even give me?
And you know what Patrick said to me? He goes, not going to make it different.
I go, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be freaking out on Friday night.
Yeah, instead of being supportive, that's what he said to me. And that made me angry, even though it's true. I didn't like that he said that to me.
So we have we're taking, we're flying I don't know, is discount airlines the wrong word? Like we're flying airlines, we're flying a Japanese airline and a Korean airline that are there's a matrix of fees where I'm like, so we have to plan baggage in a way that you normally don't, because normally on a international flight it's 70 pounds, 2 check bags, 1 carry-on that fits in the overhead compartment, and this one is 2 carry-ons, not of certain sizes, not above 15 kilograms, so 32 pounds or whatever, and then 1 30-kilogram check bag to Japan, and then from Japan to Korea, it's 1 check bag, no heavier than 30 pounds. And it's it's just, I don't know. It's weird. So is there another Kimberbell event in July? That's just the one that you were referring to.
Oh, so they do something called Kimberbell Day, which is an embroidery day, and they stitch a project with you. They usually do some special stuff at Kimberbell headquarters, and it's just a day to celebrate embroidery and Kimberbell, which, I love Kimberbell projects. I feel like they're the perfect blend of
They
classy
so
and cute.
have their stuff together.
Yeah, they do. I look at these other companies and
They're trying.
Yes. And
They are trying.
Yeah, but the first Kimberbell books, I've gone back and done stuff for those of you that did Hello Sunshine, where there's just a little this much instruction on a whole embroidery. So there's just that they really, I think, have it together.
And the other companies will get there.
Yes, I feel like.
And the projects are now really cute too.
You just said that. That seems so unnatural.
I love the quilted stars.
You should tell me I'm cute.
You are cute. She
know what?
always is like,
He
she's
never
always
compliments
like,
me.
this
He
is
never.
not true.
I compliment Patrick all the time, don't I?
This is not true.
Don't I?
This is not
that
true.
true? That
Yes, dear. This is why.
And he's never like, he never tells me, and you know what I do now? I
No,
compliment
this is
him.
why.
I compliment him, and then I go,
Your
turn. I have to
That's
say,
not the way
your
it works.
turn. Yes, because if I don't say that, he never gives me any
That's
compliments.
not true. And when I do compliment you, you don't care.
But he doesn't compliment, and he doesn't complain.
I never
I
complain.
compliment and complain.
And I don't ask for much. How many times a day am I like, Jeannie, help me with this?
But
Never.
Do your husbands compliment you and tell you nice things about you, like you look pretty today, or you work so hard, thank you so much, or I don't get that.
No, what she gets.
I get coffee.
She gets
That's
coffee.
what he tells me. He
I
tells
go
me
out of my
he
way
shows
every
me
day.
his love, which
Yeah.
he does.
I would appreciate if I was shown a little more love and got a little bit less compliments.
And then he says that's his love language. That's how he's gonna do it.
Jeannie's like, my love language is working.
I don't like when he imitates me.
That is
because
what she
that's
said.
the voice he uses. He uses that voice. I do not sound like that. That's the voice he uses anytime he's imitating me. Anyways, okay, back to
It's
business.
because of your larger than life personality.
So, let's see. Is there, okay, so, but you know, we're doing our own Kimberbell event. We're going to be doing our event, and I think I got all this stuff. So if I got all this stuff, we'll put together kits today. And then I think I got all the rest of the fabric. We're going to do a project from each of the classics. You know how they have the new ones, the volume 1, the volume 2. They have the Star Spangled, and then they had the Christmas one, and then the Oh Happy Day one. So we're going to pick one, and it doesn't mean you have to get each design in every single kit. You can pick and choose. And so Michelle, Karen, and I are going to stitch those out for you live, so we'll probably do that. And maybe what we'll do, because it seems like they're introducing a new one every month or something, so maybe we'll do it every 3 months, and we'll pick the cutest project in there. So this one we're going to be doing, I kind of showed you some of the kits. So cute. We are using all Kimberbell fabrics, but we have to change the fabrics because these are their classics, and they're done with a lot of the older fabrics that aren't around anymore. So it'll be super cute. Yes, he does do my laundry. And then,
But
you know,
is there
I
much
say,
that happens for you in the house that I don't do at this point? And I don't complain. I don't do anything.
he doesn't complain.
You yell at me to do certain things, or you bark at me to do certain things. Your pet names for me are not to be said on the live stream. To the point where my child brings up my pet names.
But he answers to them, and they're said with love. They're kind of just to be sassy. They're sassy. Right? We call him Laundry Wench.
That's
Dish
the
wench.
nice one.
Oh my God. Okay. I can't see because I'm laughing too hard.
So anything else? You talked about the scissors.
No, I haven't even talked about these.
Like, let's talk about that.
So
and move on.
when we were at the quilt show,
I'm gonna open
my
the front
EE
door.
Shank rep came and showed me these scissors, and I was like, I want 20 of them. Then
I was like, no.
yeah, they're not cheap. How much were these, Graydon? Graydon priced them for us. They're over $100. 120?
It should be on there.
Oh.
Right here.
108.90. Say hi to Graydon. Today's question is, what do you love about Graydon?
Yeah. Did you talk about these?
I didn't talk about those either. Okay, Graydon, here, sit down.
Ooh, I'm taking over.
This is Miss Graydon. I've known
I took
Graydon
your
since
spot.
she was
That's
like,
okay.
she was a little itty
Bye.
bitty. And we used to have Halloween parties and Graydon's birthdays on Halloween, so she spent almost all her birthdays with us since
This is
I've known
true.
her. Look how fancy this is.
Okay,
Special
unboxing.
case. Look at that. Okay, and it's called, look at the box. It's called the cordless powered scissors. I don't know if any of you have seen these before,
Thank you.
but they come in this fancy zip case with a little metal goose thing down here. I
love
can't
the
even
name
tell.
of that.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
It's like a gun. It's a scissor gun.
Jeannie,
What? Like,
don't point that at them.
bring me your batting. I'm going to cut it for you. So, and it goes like, it's like this. And it's effortless. You haven't even tried it
I
yet.
have not tried it.
Maybe we'll do a demo later. You like, there's a little trigger right here. You just squeeze it because we were using on everything. What I didn't like about it, because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get this and use it on everything, is it doesn't sit flat on the table.
Well,
So-
and it kind of vibrates.
It didn't vibrate, but what I really, really saw the value in with this, and it's expensive for the purpose, batting. I was like, because I just didn't feel like I could do a super accurate cut with fabric, because it's, you know, the fabric would be like a 1/4 inch off the ground, off the cutting mat or whatever you were cutting. But batting, I was like, this thing is bad butt.
Bad butt.
It's so bad butt. That's what we say to keep it clean on the live feed. Bad butt. And it was like I said, it was effortless. It's just like, you just push it and it cuts like crazy. So I think we put it on, I think we put it up at 20% off. So if you want to get one of these, I'll have to have Graydon maybe do like a little demo.
I know you said you didn't need it.
We're doing, Graydon spells her name like the color. Grey. And if you call this store, that is Miss Graydon that you're talking to, and she's a jewel. Like, just as with our other employees, she is, we're lucky to have her. So, did you get the Star Spangled Beauty video put up for no? Oh! I'll have to look at that too. So I'll look at that. That'll be the next thing that I do, because I did sew it on. I did not sew on the bite. I haven't had time. And realistically, I don't think it's going to happen before we go. But Star Spangled Beauty scallop borders. What I did do was maybe there was something in there I needed to edit out. There was one video I did that was really bad, and there was a chunk where I was like, I'm going to refilm that. So used to use for garment sewing, old time. Yeah, I just if you're cutting and it doesn't have to be precise, maybe it's me. I don't know how to use this and be precise, but it is effortless. And as I get older and I have that like pain in my back, and like ironing and cutting and all of that bothers me, I really look for things that are going to make my life easier. Oh, she's got like sparkle stuff. Graydon loves anything sparkly and glittery. So she came over to ask me if I showed you guys this. So I bought this because it was like so amazing. It was one of those like new products on
Sparkly hair.
her.
Can
Yeah,
you see it kind of?
yeah, amazing. So Graydon, let's show them the. Let's show them. I know.
I love them. They smell so good.
I catch Graydon over here sniffing the products that come in.
Oh, it's
She-
colorful.
She loves the smell of like plastic. Yes. So it smells like plastic, but it's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's good.
This is like a basket of fun.
It's heavy.
So this is called Jelly Vinyl, and I think it's on the site.
They are on the site,
I
each
just-
listed individually.
I didn't know if you were gonna love it or not. I just have like one of each right now, but I can get more, and we won't ship this out until after. But the Jelly Vinyl, you can use it in bags. It is nice and thick. This stuff, Michelle,
Yes?
do you use Jelly Vinyl?
I am working on a project with Jelly Vinyl as we speak.
What do you think about this Jelly Vinyl? It's like amazing.
It's kind of
Can you embroider on this? Like,
No.
what can you do with this?
You cannot embroider on it.
I just saw it and got it. I was like, oh my God. I
I'm
buy
using
things that
it
I don't even use
In
because,
conjunction with a candy bag.
oh, candy bag?
Yeah.
So
just-
sew on it.
You can sew on it, but I use a little ballpoint
Here.
needle on it. So
A
that-
ball-point needle.
And I do use
Yeah.
heavier thread on my PQ on it.
Heavier thread, longer stitch length because you want to perforate.
4.0 stitch length.
4.0 stitch length.
But it's
Hey,
so much fun.
What do you think of these? Aren't
I
they
love
like
it.
super high quality?
I love it. I was looking for yellow because that's the only color I don't have. That's not
Sass-
yellow, that's gold.
What?
Yeah, that's like harvest gold. I want
So,
like bright Pikachu yellow.
Sassafras Lane, if you guys are a fan. But these are at, do you remember how much each roll was?
They're on there.
I was playing with them.
$18.99 a
They're
roll.
really nice quality.
But they're big. They're 18 inches by 53 inches. So this will go a long way.
So no, obviously nothing that you're going to turn a seam. You can bind it, but you can't turn it.
You can bind it, but you can't.
Yeah.
You can't
You know
turn
what I
it.
did is I bound it with fold over elastic, and it was really fun because it goes on really quick and easy and
Yeah.
just
What
done.
foot do you use with it?
I used the really narrow foot on my PQ 1500, but you could use like
A
the
roll.
bi-level foot would work really well on
But
the
it doesn't.
domestic.
It's not like you know how the foot sticks. Foot goes over it pretty easily.
Yeah, it goes over pretty easy.
It is nice stuff for those
It's
bag
fun.
makers out
It's really
there.
fun.
What do you use jelly roll? So I think they also had like recommendations of what to use it, but Michelle uses it for bags. I don't use it at all.
They're great
I just
for quick projects that you don't have to, you
I
can't
just-
do like a hem and hem it.
I just saw it and I was like,
Right.
that is incredible. But I could have sworn it said something about using it for embroidery. But I could be wrong. Maybe just like a raw edge embroidery, not maybe a satin stitch that might be too many stitches that might perforate. But I think there's a description that may. Do you think the description said what to use it on? It's just I got it because because when we did the February, was it February block for Wallflower, they used it was jelly vinyl for the I think it was jelly vinyl for the little snail. And then I saw this and I was like, I gotta get it.
Did you
Now I
embroider
need
on
jelly.
it? Did you
Yeah,
embroider the snail?
we embroidered. It was for the little
That's
snail body.
interesting.
So super fun. Anyways, those are some new products that we have in here. The colors are just like, they just make you want to eat like a bowl of jelly beans, don't you think? And semi-transparent, like, I guess not. Look,
These are thick.
they're thick. Yeah, so I had not super transparent. These are more opaque, I would say. So, anything else? Did we get any other new stuff that's exciting?
Nothing that's exciting. I was mostly going through stuff from 2020.
Graydon's been playing. If you know the store, there are like baskets of stuff where you're like, what's in there? So Graydon calls it trash or treasure. And hoopla.
Hoopla!
Those are all things that Graydon has made up. So we're gonna play some more trash and treasure. Let's get shipping. We've got one more day. We will see you tomorrow. If you need anything, call us today if we can help you with it today. Otherwise, it's gonna wait until we get back. Have a great day. Be creative.